Hi, this is Neville Shend with currently with Pioneer Coach Fleet Operations. Video podcast number 3. Wanted to go over, Platinum CDL, TCB, taking care of business, and TCC, taking care of the client. If you're in the trucking world, taking care of your cargo. When you get an assignment, especially I'll pertain it to the entertainment industry, i.e., you're on a bus or you're assigned to coach, and then your dispatch or the office lets you know you're getting ready to go out on a tour, maybe a couple weeks out, etc., and they send the paperwork or the email to the tour manager. It is at that point that a driver should be reaching out, or at least call or text to let the tour manager know, hey, I'm going to be your driver for the upcoming tour. If there's anything you need, let me know. That's step 1. Step number 2, or actually this could be if you don't know the band, I would suggest researching it. I mean, everything's at your disposal with the internet, etc. Research, figure out who the band is, likes, dislikes. It's all on media, and it's just good information to have, so that you know what you're getting into or what you're going into if you don't know them. If it's a repeat band, obviously you know, and you probably know the tour manager, but I would still touch base just to say, yo, I'm coming up on your next tour. Anything you need, just let me know. And that creates the opening for getting details, i.e. pick up like, hey, do I got to go to SIR and get some gear? Or am I just meeting guys in Chicago, or etc.? That type of information. Or do you need me to get a rider, like cover a grocery list? Obviously, you get reimbursed for anything like that above and beyond those kind of things. In the truck driving world, it would be knowing your next dispatch or the place that you're going to and Googling so that you know exactly how you're getting into if you've never been there before. If you've been there, then that's a different story. But if you haven't, Google Maps and going Street View is great, because then you can get a general idea where you need to go. And if you have to, reach out to them and figure out, loading docks or loading dock number pertaining to whatever it is that your invoice or your invoice number or the shipment that's coming in. It's all about being proactive and taking the ball and running with it, because you are a professional and you need to have all your ducks in a row and know where you're going, know the routes too. And if there's the chance of, like I remember one time we were in Boston and the way I came in was one way, but then at nighttime, leaving at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, all the entrances to get on the freeway that were close were blocked off because they had construction and cleaning crews, and they literally completely blocked things off. If I wasn't prepared, I wouldn't have been able to go, down and through the city further down and then hit the on-ramp from there. Otherwise, you'd be running around. And I know the guy I was with, he left earlier and got kind of lost. But, if you did your homework, you don't get, you lessen the percentage of yourself getting in those situations. So on this cast, I just basically want to say about doing homework and touching base with the people that you're going to be providing a service for. Knowing who the band is, who you're hauling, like maybe it's a multi-bus tour and you're hauling the light crew, or maybe you have the artist. And if you have the artist, it's a slightly different role that you're playing. And there's nothing wrong with inquiring about that, like on the artist. Hey, does he like the Keurig? Or, talk to the tour manager or the personal assistant and find out what it is that the person likes or dislikes. And you can adjust yourself with that, or even get stuff. Like I remember when I went out with Prince, I found out he liked orchids, and I proactively went and bought a really nice bouquet of orchids and put them on the front lounge, prior to me picking him up. And then obviously on that run, I basically did a lot of preemptive travel. I'd jump in a taxi and, different places and see, look routes for myself of where we were going. If we were going off track or we were going to a Jehovah Witness hall or something like that, I would, proactively figure out how I'm getting in and where I'm going. So really it is about TCB. That's taking care of business to that nth degree. And that does it for this one. And then I'll episode 4 or video podcast 4, I'm going to go into more of the details of once you get that tour and of the pickup and what you need to do. But obviously everything boils down to a smooth ride and being safe and giving them a ride where they can sleep. If you're a truck driver, handling your cargo and being safe on the road for the other vehicles that are out there. It's just all about TCB, brother. That's it. Anyways, see you in the next one.